Yo, what's going on, guys? And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the potential Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk 3 fight. Now, I didn't make a video for the rematch because I've already made a video basically explaining why I thought at the time Usyk would beat Fury, and that video is aged very well. So all the Tyson Fury dick riders in the comments that were saying I was wrong, well, fuck you. But I'm not going to be talking about in this fight like who I think is going to win. I still think Usyk beats Fury in this fight. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is why I think the fight is pointless, why I think the fight shouldn't happen. Usyk washed AJ in the first fight and in the rematch. In the rematch, AJ did a little bit better, but he still lost. It was still a wash. And some people have even been saying after AJ got some good wins after the Usyk fight, maybe there should be a trilogy. I never thought even for AJ and Usyk, even after getting all those wins that AJ got after losing to Usyk before losing to Daniel Dubois, that he deserved a trilogy. He beat him twice. Both of them were washes. There's no point. See, a trilogy would be one fight maybe is really close, and then the second fight someone loses, and then the third fight determines who wins, or the first two fights were really close, kind of like Bivol and Better BF. In the case with Fury, in their first fight, Fury was doing really good in the middle rounds. It almost looked like he might even was on his way to putting Usyk away with those body shots he was throwing and the uppercuts he was throwing. But then late in the fight, he got caught with the left hook, and then basically that's why Usyk won. Well, not the only reason why he won, but probably the biggest reason why he won that fight. So it gave us a reason to believe that in the rematch, Fury had a chance of winning. I mean, in the first fight with Wilder, it was a very close fight with Fury. In the rematch, not so much. And then the trilogy, even the trilogy with Wilder made sense because, you know, the first fight was close. The second fight was a wash. Maybe the third fight, you know, Wilder gets his get back. And then obviously, the same thing in the second fight happened in the third fight, although it was a little bit closer. But this is a little bit different. I don't think this fight should not be happening, in my opinion. I don't think it should happen at all, actually. You know, I think the first fight was competitive. Fury lost. Second fight was competitive too, but Fury still lost. It was still a wash. Usyk very clearly won that fight by a large margin. I think he won by like 9 or 10 rounds or something crazy like that. So I really don't see the point in making this fight. The fight that should be happening is Fury versus AJ. That's the fight that should happen. They both lost to Usyk. They both lost to Usyk twice. Fight each other. I don't care that AJ lost to Dubois. No one cares about that, okay? Dubois is a young, hungry fighter. It happens. Aging fighters that are on a decline tend to lose to the prime fighters that are on their way up. So nobody cares about that loss. It doesn't taint the fight in any sort of way. Nobody cares about the Usyk losses. We just want to see those two fight each other. They're both aging heavyweights that are on a decline, and we've been wanting to see them fight for years, and we almost got to see them fight once, and then the fight didn't happen. Fight each other. No, we're getting a third fight with Usyk and Fury. A fight that we've seen twice now, and is probably going to end the same way in the third fight that it did in the first two. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why this fight's happening. Heck, Fury doesn't even need to fight AJ, just anybody else other than Usyk. Like, I'm glad we got the fight twice. And I get that, you know, Bivol and Better BF might fight a third time, and that makes more sense because their first two fights were really close. This isn't that. Usyk, especially in the second fight, but even in the first fight too, when he in the first fight he caught him with the left hook, almost put him away. In the second fight, it was a wash. He lost twice, convincingly. Why are we making this fight a third time? Why are we not making Fury and AJ? That's the fight we all want to see. That's the fight that should be happening. This fight's pointless. You know, it's not as bad as Fury having a trilogy with Derek Chisora, but it kind of almost is like that to a certain degree. Because Fury washed Derek Chisora in their first two fights, and then for some dumb reason, he decided to have a trilogy with him, and it was just an embarrassment to boxing. At that point, Fury should have been fighting Usyk, and he was ducking Usyk at that time until the bag got too big to deny. And we got the fight twice. And listen, I commend Fury. He wants to get his get back. He's a fighter. He's He's a former champion. I get it, right? He has a fighter's mentality. He wants to get his get back. And I commend him for wanting to go back in there for a third time after losing twice to want to get his get back, right? I commend him for that, like, as a man, you know, because I get he has his pride and he wants to get his get back. But, you know, at this point, man, if you want to get your get back, how you do it, how about you fight AJ? And if you beat AJ, you knock him out or you wash him in a decision win, that will get your respect back. Nobody's going to care or remember that you lost to Usyk twice. What they're going to remember is that you beat AJ. That's what they would remember. That fight would redeem Fury's name, and it would redeem AJ's name too, because AJ also lost to Usyk twice. He just lost to Dubois. They both need each other. They should be fighting each other. Why are they not fighting each other? You know, like, we could have gotten this fight like quite a few years ago when they were both in their primes, and now they're both out of their primes, and it won't be as good of a fight now. But it's still a big fight. It's a fight we still want to see, and it's a fight that could have easily happened. We could have gotten this fight a while ago, and for some reason we're not getting it because Fury wants to fight Usyk for a third time, which I understand why he's doing it, because he wants to get his win. But at the same time, it's like, does Turki usyk really want to see this fight for a third time? I don't even know if this fight would be under Riyadh season. I'm assuming it would be, because the first two fights was. Why doesn't Turki usyk just set up the AJ fight with Fury? Why is he trying to set this up? I don't really understand. I understand the trilogy with Bivol and Beterbiev. That makes sense. But with this, dude, Fury lost twice convincingly. Why are we making this fight? I don't understand it at all. I really don't. So that's my opinion on the fight. And of course, as I've already said in my first video that I made about it, I think Usyk beats Fury in the third fight, of course, just like the first two. I think he beats him again. And it's just going to be a pointless thing for Fury. When you look at Fury's record after he's retired, you're going to see that he's lost to Usyk like 3 times. If he does lose, which I think he will. And listen, if he wins, great. I hope he does win. I want to see Fury win. That would be amazing. But I don't think he will. And it doesn't do any good for his legacy. I mean, his legacy is at a decline as it is. You know what I mean? Towards the end of his career, he had a pointless trilogy with Derek Chisora. He had a close fight with freaking Ngannou, and Ngannou's not even a boxer. And then he's going to possibly lose to Usyk 3 times in a row, with no fights in between. Just 3 times in a row, loses to Usyk. It's not a good look. At least if you're going to close off your career, for both AJ and Fury, if they want to close their careers off and retire, fight each other and then retire afterwards. You know, Usyk's going to be fighting Dubois. He may beat Dubois in the rematch, and if he does, that would be a good stopping point for Usyk to retire. He would have beaten AJ twice, Fury twice, and Dubois twice. That would be perfect. Why fight Fury for a third time? That doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. I don't think it should happen. It's pointless. I'm going to watch it, of course. I'll watch the fight, but I'm not going to be hyped for it. I've seen it twice now. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it should happen. I think we should be making Fury and AJ instead. But anyways, guys, that's all I got to say on this topic matter. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.